Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Generation X Politics, and this video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous. And Anonymous wanted to stay anonymous, but wanted me to do this video. But okay, to be fair, they gave me the option that I didn't have to do it. I could use it for something else, but decided I'd do it anyway and risk everything, because this is important, and this is something I had some interaction with back in my Macy's days. Ex-Twitter owner Elon Musk threatens lawsuit against ADL for unfounded accusations and blames them for lost revenue and valuation. Now, Macy's used to have our own issues, run-ins with the ADL back in the 90s and 2000s, and they threatened everybody. And there were a couple instances that they had threatened. With anti-Semitism, and threatened advertisers and threatened the businesses to get to get their way on things. It was something we always had to be cognizant of, them in the ACLU. Also, on occasion, when you would catch a shoplifter who was a member of a certain religion, would always threaten you with, "I'm going to call the ACLU, you anti-Semite." I even had one threaten at the Jason Giambi signing in 2002 because he had already left and he didn't get an autograph, and there was a line, as you're escorting somebody out. So I go, "You're just a Jew hater, I'm calling the ACLU." Awesome. And again, I'm not saying all Jews do that at all. I'm not. However, this is a tactic that is used by certain members. And the organization itself is completely corrupt to the point where, people are just afraid to give any type of criticism whatsoever. Because the ADL is one of the leaders in debanking people, banning people, shadow banning people, getting them kicked off the internet, getting people fired, threatening advertisers, threatening subscribers. So Elon Musk, who I think is good, but has a lot of issues going on with the people he's bringing in and some of the stuff that's going on X, decided to finally take a stand here. X/Twitter owner Elon Musk threatens lawsuit against ADL for unfounded accusations, blames them for lost revenue and valuation. Elon Musk is threatening to sue the Anti-Defamation League to clear the name of X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter. The billionaire had previously blamed the organization for losing advertising revenue, and the ADL actively brags about this. They put their threats right out on Twitter, on Facebook, on social media. They are constantly threatening people, "Give us our way, or we're going to label you anti-Semite and take away your ad revenue." It's really tortious interference, which is a crime and it's illegal. It's called tortious interference, but people are afraid of them because people have seen their destructive nature of what they can do. Certain people, you're really not allowed to criticize. Some people you're not allowed to criticize. Other people, you're really not allowed to criticize. To clear our platform's name on the matter of anti-Semitism, it looks like we have no choice but to file a defamation lawsuit against the Anti-Defamation League. Oh, the irony, Musk posted. Tesla had previously made it super clear that the Tesla owners had previously made it super clear that he was pro-free speech, but against anti-Semitism of any kind. And if you've read Musk, and this is the furthest thing from an anti-Semite. He still has You know, still has like Nick Fuentes banned off of Twitter because he's labeled an anti-Semite. Musk accused the ADL of making unfounded accusations against X Twitter, stating that he has made advertisers pause their spending on the platform. And the ADL accuses Jews of being anti-Semitic. Libs of TikTok, Shia Radic, is an Orthodox Jew. The first thing they do, okay, if there's something that they don't like, if there's a truth they don't like, is they try to label you anti-Semitic and get you kicked off the platform, get you kicked out of society. It's mob tactics. Advertisers avoid controversies, so all that is needed for the ADL to crush our U.S. and European ad revenue is to make unfounded accusations, he shared on X. They have much less power in Asia, so our ad revenue there is still strong. Yeah, the Asians don't give a shit. Try yelling anti-Semitism in China or Japan. Try that. See where it gets you. Musk continued, this controversy causes advertisers to pause, but that pause is permanent until the ADL gives the green light, which they will not do without us agreeing to secretly suspend or shadow ban any account they don't like. That is the relationship they've had with X Twitter for many years. Presumably, they've had that with all Western search or social media orgs. They have it with media. They have it with private businesses. They have it with corporations. They're a menace. They're a menace. And they don't support Israel. I mean, that's the thing. They don't support Israel at all. Every time there's an incident with the Palestinians, they take the side of the Palestinians. When there's a problem with Muslim terrorism, they take the side of the Muslim terrorist 100% of the fucking time. And they do this under the guise of never again, because of the Holocaust. Meanwhile, you know, the one thing they don't criticize is they don't criticize Israel for right now is providing drones to Azerbaijan, who has been implementing another genocide on the Armenians for the last 2.5 years. The whole thing is a huge hypocrisy. Me as an Armenian, you know, I take personal exception to that, because my family's genocide has never really been acknowledged, ever. My mother's whole side of the family was nearly wiped out in 1915 by the Turks in the desert. Only my great-grandfather was able to escape. Whole family was wiped out. Now there's another genocide going again, being pulled off by Azerbaijan, with drones being provided by Israel, who gets the drones from us, of course. And who's the only country that stands by Armenia right now? Russia. When reached for comment, the ADL said they don't comment on legal threats as a matter of policy. However, no, they just make legal threats. All they know how to do is make legal threats. They don't comment, they just make the threats. They don't actually comment on them. Weird. However, a spokesperson for the organization has acknowledged the coordinated attack on the ADL with the Ban the ADL hashtag that Musk has also interacted with. The ADL is unsurprised, yet undeterred, that anti-Semites, white supremacists, conspiracy theorists, and other trolls have launched a coordinated attack on our organization. This type of thing is nothing new, the ADL spokesperson said in a statement. The statement continued, this onslaught comes following our participation in the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington, where the ADL proudly marched shoulder to shoulder with African American leaders and those from other minority communities. It also follows a meeting with the leadership of X, formerly known as Twitter, that clearly upset these hateful groups. Such insidious efforts don't daunt us. Instead, they drive us to be unflinching in our commitment to fight hate in all its forms and ensure the safety of Jewish communities and other marginalized groups. Basically, you know, what it is they're protecting communities from any criticism whatsoever, even legitimate criticism whatsoever. Except in the case of the Palestinians for some reason. That's cool. And it's only usually cool when Netanyahu's in charge. So make that take that for what it's worth. In a separate post, Musk reassured a fan that ADL seems to be responsible for most of our revenue loss, adding, in our case, they would potentially be on the book for destroying half the value of the company, so roughly $22 billion. Musk accused the ADL of pushing hard for us to shut down accounts like Libs of TikTok, even though it has nothing to do with anti-Semitism, which is their supposed charter. And it's almost like they're telling on themselves. Early in the day, Musk said that since he acquired the digital platform, the ADL has been trying to kill this platform by falsely accusing it and me of being anti-Semitic. In a second post, Musk continued, our U.S. advertising revenue is still down 60%, primarily due to pressure on advertisers by the ADL. That's what the advertisers tell us. So they almost succeeded in killing X-Twitter. See all the X posts down below. This is from Elon. To clear our platform's name in the matter of anti-Semitism, it looks like we have no choice but to file a defamation lawsuit against the Anti-Defamation League. Oh, the irony. To be super clear, I'm pro-free speech, but against anti-Semitism of any kind. This is from Tesla owners. Are advertisers willing to come back when you tell them the truth? Advertisers avoid controversies, and that's true. They don't want to be bothered with it. So all that is needed for the ADL to crush our U.S. and European ad revenue is to make unfounded accusations. They have much less power in Asia, so our ad revenue there is still strong. This controversy causes advertisers to pause, but that pause is usually permanent. I have not seen anything related to this up until recently. Are they alone seriously responsible for destroying half the value of the company? I won't ask for details, lawyers and all, but I'm very interested to find out what the heck has been going on when the time comes. And Elon responded, based on what I've heard from advertisers, ADL seems to be responsible for most of our advertising loss. Giving them maximum benefit of the doubt, I don't see any scenario where they're responsible for less than 10% of the value destruction, so $4 billion. Let's see. I gotta go to here. Let's see the rest of this. Document discovery for all communications between the ADL and the advertisers will tell the full story. Wouldn't be the first time the Defamation League would be found to have defamed people. Judge fines ADL $10.5 million in Colorado defamation suit. Oh yeah, they've had to pay out for defaming people before, but they just keep moving and play the victim. Interesting. In our case, they would potentially be on the hook for destroying half the value of the company, so roughly $22 billion. Oh wow. I'm old enough to remember when the ADL smeared Libs of TikTok founder Shia Rachik, an Orthodox Jewish woman, as anti-LGBTQ. And she says not all Shia does is post what these crazy liberals are posting themselves on TikTok. That's it. There's nothing about religion. Nothing. It's all about these woke school teachers trying to transition children. That's all she posts. Libs of TikTok Shia Rachik. Libs of TikTok is a popular anti-LGBTQ plus Twitter account operated by former real estate agent Shia Rachik. The account, which has over 1.3 million followers as of August 2022, attempts to generate outrage and stoke anti-LGBTQ plus hostility by reposting selected out-of-context social media content by LGBTQ people and liberals. No, there's nothing out of context. She posts their entire TikTok, Libs of TikTok. She's not editing. She posts the entire TikTok video. They're all under a minute long. There's nothing out of context. The individuals, events, and organizations targeted by the account are frequent targets of harassment and violence. If they are saying that pointing out the woke agenda, aren't they saying that they're behind the woke agenda? Aren't they kind of telling on themselves? I'm not saying, I'm asking a question. Please don't kick me off. The ADL has pushed hard for us to shut down accounts like Chaya's, even though it has nothing to do with anti-Semitism, which is their supposed charter. Since the acquisition, the ADL has been trying to kill this platform by formally accusing it and me of being anti-Semitic. Our U.S. advertising revenue is still down 60%, primarily due to pressure on advertisers by the ADL. That's what advertisers tell us, so they almost succeeded in killing Twitter X. And that's the whole story. Look, would I like to see them get sued? Would I like to see them get banned? Absolutely. Absolutely. But they are a powerful organization, and they know how to cause problems for people, for private people, public people, companies, large corporations, social media, search engines. Do they need to be brought to heel? I think so. Do they need to be put in check? I think so. But the entire time, what they're gonna cry victim. And I've seen it firsthand what they did when I was at Macy's. They're constantly threatening people, accusing them of anti-Semitism to drive their advertisers the way so they can friggin' roll in their woke agendas. They're not pro-Jew. They're not pro-Jewish. They're pro-communist. They're woke. They're pro-woke. And they will use it, and they're weaponized through lawfare. They're weaponized through media hits. And somebody needs to stand up to them. And thank God Elon has the money to stand up to them. But could you imagine losing $22 billion worth of revenue, being accused of being an anti-Semite? I mean, of all things you can accuse Elon of being anti-Semitic? It's a joke. Be careful. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you do. You know, this is a tough subject to talk about. So I say they gotta go. I say ban them and sue them. What do you think? So thank you, Anonymous, for the contribution and the story. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to follow both my Rumble channels, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter and Telegram as well, or X, Twitter X as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Generation X Politics. I hope I don't get banned. Take care. Bye.